7:03. It's Friday morning. Tonight at 6:30 at Baum-Walker Stadium, we're going to have a first. The Party Animals, a team associated with the Savannah Bananas, playing the Texas Tailgaters in a brand of baseball that you've probably never seen in person before. And here to talk about it is one of the players from the Party Animals, Sal Jacobo. Sal is a Northwest Arkansas native. He played at Rogers High School. Sal, good morning. Welcome to the Chuck and Bo Show. No Chuck today. You just got Bo. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing great.
So you grew up in Rogers?
Yes, sir.
All right. You played at Rogers High School.
I did.
How did you become a party animal?
What was I can give a lot of my credit to my college coach over at Southwest Baptist, up north of Springfield, Missouri.
Okay.
I was volunteer coaching for him, just finishing up school. Was completely done with ball in May of 24, and he comes up to me one day in September and just goes, "Hey, you still have an itch to play?" I go, "Of course." And he tells me, he goes, "The Savannah Bananas." And as soon as the Savannah Bananas comes out of his mouth, I was immediately ready to say yes. But he says the Savannah Bananas are holding a tryout in Kansas City in October, and I want to recommend you to go try out for them.
How about that?
And yeah,
Okay.
had about 3 weeks to prepare and got back in shape, and then just went and crushed it. Got signed a month later in November.
Okay, I want to know what a tryout for the Savannah Bananas looks like, but I want to, before we go there, let's back up a little bit and zoom out. So for someone who hasn't seen the Savannah Bananas or the Party Animals, and by the way, there's a series on ESPN Plus, there's games that are airing live on ESPN. This has turned into sort of a summer phenomenon in minor league baseball that has taken a quite a twist. But give us a summary. When people ask you, what is this? What is this brand of baseball? What is it all about? What can people expect to see?
Just to put it in like one word, chaos. Our games are fast-paced. There's something going on pretty much the entire time. But the biggest thing, it's the name of the company, is Fans First Entertainment. And that's why it's also entertainment. A lot of it has to do with more entertainment, but there's also good baseball to be watched. So there is that controversy of, is this ruining the game of baseball? Personally, I don't think so, but I just think it adds a little bit more level of fun, but also a level of difficulty you add in these trick plays. A lot of our infielders, outfielders, catchers, pitchers, like every single defensive position is expected to do some sort of trick pitch, trick play, trick catch. We got dudes from doing backflip catches to bouncing the ball between their legs like it's a basketball, to just anything you can think of. We're only at the beginning, and I can't even begin to imagine what we can do later on. But just overall, it's just a game that we put the fans first, because there's a big stigma around baseball now that baseball is becoming a bit boring. And we're just bringing the fun back to baseball, we're just out here, we're just a bunch of guys just having fun, dancing around, interacting with these fans, and just creating these good, what we like to call fans first moments with these kids and teenagers, just whoever, and just making it a special time for them.
What position? Are you playing shortstop?
Yes, I'll be playing shortstop for both games.
Okay. And I saw a play on social media. I think it was your Instagram. Sal Jacobo with us, former Rogers High School player, played in college, now playing for the Party Animals, where you were in Baton Rouge at Baum-Walker Stadium, and you basically recreated fielding a ground ball the way that a former LSU player had done, and then they matched it up in this video. Was that planned?
That was not planned. That just, I just made a good play on a ball. Shout out to Zach Watson, former LSU, now Texas tailgater, hitting that ground ball. And And yeah, I just made a good play on that ball, and I went back home, looked at the play, and I was like, this looks a lot like that one play Alex Bregman made when he was at LSU during the College World Series.
You can go to his Instagram page, Sal, S-A-L, and then last name is spelled Jacobo. If you want to go find this, so there's some cool stuff on there, and you get to know more about Sal. Okay, now go back to the tryout. And here's what's interesting. One of the interesting things to me is you guys aren't playing, in the big leagues. You're not playing AAA baseball, but you're really talented, or you wouldn't be able to do this. And you're adding in all these trick elements to it. So when you go try out for this Savannah Bananas organization, what did you have to do that was different than a regular tryout?
Yeah, so for the most part, it was somewhat regular, but obviously we can't start off a Savannah Bananas tryout just with a regular dynamic warm-up. So, of course, we learned the famous tradition that the Bananas do, and that is the Hey Baby dance. That was our dynamic warm-up. Very first thing we did, every single player at that tryout warmed up with learning the Hey Baby dance. And they kind of evaluated us, just seeing like your energy and how kind of bought in you're into trying for this tryout. And so, yeah, like we did that. And then immediately we warmed up like a normal baseball team. And we took ground balls, and they just said, yeah, just start ripping trick plays. I mean, like they don't really care how much you miss them, because they know a lot of these guys have not played banana ball before, but they want to see your creativity and your willingness to try. Luckily, just that day, something clicked in me, and I hit every single trick play, and so it was just it felt great. It was a lot of fun. And then went into batting practice. I mean, can't get much tricky stuff with batting practice, but at the end of our last round, they had us see what our best bat flip was. So that was a little different too.
Yeah,
that's a little bit controversial in the baseball world nowadays.
Yeah, well,
they really encourage it here.
This is a different deal. I mean, like, to me, you can't compare this in terms of like being critical about it to going out and you're playing in a more serious environment. I mean, this is built for entertainment, which I love, and I think is brilliant. Yeah. I think it's one of the most brilliant things that's happened in sports in a long time. I mean, this is almost Globetrotter-esque for baseball. Mm-hmm. When you said trick plays, like defensively, what are some of your trick plays?
For me, I got a signature. I still have to do in game, but it's like think of it more like basketball. It's an in and out with the ball in my glove hand. It's an in and out between the legs bounce, and then I'll catch it behind my back, and then bounce it again behind my back, and then grab it, throw it across. Hoping to pull that off this weekend. But
how? That's wild.
It's just.
Okay, well, we'll be looking for that tonight.
Yeah.
When you guys get going at Baum-Walker Stadium. These crowds that you're drawing, are you surprised by how big these crowds are?
I mean, I knew last year they played in front of 1 million fans, I think, and then this year it will be 2 million by the end of the year. So, yeah. I knew it was going to be big crowds, sold-out crowds, because I'd seen a few of their games towards the back half of their season last year. But, I mean, I just went from playing in front of maybe 50 people to my first game was 15,000 in Mesa, Arizona, and that was unbelievable. So, yeah, it's really hard to believe. And to say that I played in front of 81,000, which was in Clemson and Death Valley earlier in April, is just crazy. It's
that
crazy
is.
To say.
Man, that is crazy. Expected to be a full house tonight at Baum-Walker Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
Sal, let me ask you this. As far as playing the game, like pitching and hitting, I mean, is it like, are they trying to strike you out? Are we trying to like at least keep the ball in play? I mean, is there a script to this? How's the game played outside of the tricks and the weird rules?
Yeah, definitely not scripted. Currently, the Party Animals are leading the tour in a record of, I think, 37-20 or 22, something like that. Which, if it was scripted, obviously the Bananas, who are the name of the sport, would probably be the top team. But yeah, no, we go out here. Everyone's trying to. I mean, it's hard not to be competitive with baseball. Everyone's trying to win. And yeah, just we are out there to win ball games. And yes, pitchers are trying to strike you out. I mean, there's records called there's strikeout records. I think the fastest somebody's gotten struck out this year has been around 14 seconds. And then also pitchers will try to get there's a stat that's unique in banana ball called MPI. That's minutes per inning. And I think right now the leader is Zach Phillips for the Bananas, and it's around a minute 10 seconds. So that's averaging how quick he gets done in his inning, which is insane.
Yeah. So, okay, give us, before I let you go, just a couple of weird rules. If a fan catches a foul ball, is the guy out? Is that one of them?
Yes, and I have unfortunately been a victim of that in Miami earlier this year. 2 straight at bats, fan caught foul out.
Wow.
It's a pretty brutal rule, but it can help you and it can hurt you in different ways. I mean, if you're the home team or if you're on defense and maybe it's a big spot, we've had a few game-ending fan caught foul outs, which aren't fun if you're the losing end on that side, but super cool to see that fans get an opportunity to make an impact in a game. So, yeah, that's one of my favorite rules for sure.
That's cool. All right, so tonight at Baum-Walker Stadium, the gates actually pregame plaza opens at 3:30, player appearances at 3:30, pre-party live at 4:30, gates open at 5:30, and the show, they don't call it the show starts at 6:30 with the tour leading Party Animals taking on the Texas Tailgaters. And that's Sal Jacobo, who played high school baseball at Rogers. He'll be playing shortstop for the Party Animals tonight. If you're going out, now you know who you're looking for. Go say hi to Sal before the game. And it sounds like a lot of fun. Man, thanks for waking up early with us and doing this. It's a great perspective. You guys are wildly entertaining, and it's fun to watch.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for having me. It was a lot of fun.
All right, man. All the best to you. Good luck. That's just fun.
I'm looking forward to it.
I think
really
seeing it on TV is
tonight.
interesting, but being there is just a whole different environment. It's it's such a novelty kind of concept that going and doing it once, kind of like the Globetrotters, is every bit worth it, in my opinion. Bart's going to be there. Edward's going to be there tonight, and we'll have a full recap on Monday. Take notes. I want to hear about it. You got to remember this.